Welcome to Arizona Explorer. I'm J.R. Cardenas. Today, we're only 90 minutes north of Phoenix in beautiful Prescott, Arizona. One of the most beautiful cities in America, especially in the fall. Now, whether you hike, bike, or saddle up, now is the perfect time of year to hit the trails and enjoy the great outdoors. Let's go, Harley.
Prescott's a great place to visit because of all the outdoor activities that we have. There's something for everyone. You've got trails. We have 450 miles of trails. We have 5 lakes, 16 parks, and in those areas you can find all sorts of things to do. If you're going to one of the lakes around here, one of the 5 lakes, you want to do kayaking or canoeing, you can rent a kayak or canoe at the lake. And then you can go out and explore and just paddle around for half day, full day, whatever you're interested in doing. There are guides there and people that can help you set up. Now, if you're a little bit more of an adrenaline junkie and you want to do something a little bit different, you can go rappelling out at Watson Lake. There's a couple of companies here in town that will set you up and they'll rent you the equipment and they'll have their instructors out there and you can rappel down the granite cliffs there. So there are some different tours that are available for people that are interested in exploring Prescott and may not be familiar with Prescott. There's a couple of tours that'll take you in the back roads through the Prescott National Forest that'll show you some areas that you might not normally see. Something new that's come up is we now have a helicopter company flying out of Prescott Airport, and they're doing tours in and around Prescott. The weather and the climate here is a world away from down in the valley. We're at an elevation of over 5,000 feet, which makes us a mile-high city. We have 4 mild seasons, and our average annual temperature is only 70 degrees. We are an event city. We have events going on almost every weekend. One of the best things to do is visit our website, and there you'll find a list of the events that are going on. Depending on what you're looking for, if you're looking to get away, we can do that for you, and you don't have to go very far to do that.
Prescott is near 2 national forests and is also home to one of the largest stands in the world of ponderosa pine trees. Now, they say these trees smell like butterscotch or vanilla. Either or. They're making us hungry. Right, Harley? Now, don't go away, because when Arizona Explorer returns, we're going to mosey on over to Whiskey Row. If I can remember how to mosey. Can you?
For more information on great outdoor activities in Prescott, check out visit-prescott.com. Welcome back to Arizona Explorer Prescott Edition.
Prescott is known for its many historic buildings. In fact, it has over 400 listed on the National Register of Historic Places,
including the VA building, which sits on the former site of Fort Whipple. You can learn more about the fort at where else? The Fort Whipple Museum, located right next to the VA.
The fort was named after Civil War Union General Emil Weeks Whipple. However, it was historian William Prescott that gave his name to the town, and for that, we're all very thankful he did.
Lots of words can describe Prescott. It's beautiful, it's charming, it's cosmopolitan, funky, and cool.
But this place here is a history lover's dream.
In Prescott, that history is well preserved and celebrated. Known as the jewel of the downtown district is the stately Yavapai County Courthouse. The courthouse square and its expansive grounds serve as the popular gathering spot for celebrations, concerts, and street fairs, or just kicking back and relaxing under the shade of the towering elm trees.
In 1907, this bronze statue honoring Teddy Roosevelt's Rough Riders was added to the courthouse lawn.
The soldiers gathered at the plaza in 1898 before heading to San Antonio at the onset of the Spanish-American War. The man on the horse is William Bucky O'Neill. Bucky was a former mayor of the town and died in battle during the war.
Traces of history are everywhere, and the Prescott Heritage Trail and History Hunt will lead you to some very interesting places.
The Prescott Heritage Trail is an interactive, self-guided tour of our downtown historical artifacts, not just in the downtown actually, but throughout the city of Prescott. We're going to have over 50 locations where people can go and visit different sites and learn about the history of Prescott. We're looking at all different types of history. We have Western heritage, we have Native heritage, we have our mining heritage, all sorts of different types of historical artifacts. There is so much to see and do in the city of Prescott. Our heritage goes back to well before 1864 when we were territorial capital. You can learn about historic Whiskey Row and the fire that took place in 1900. You can walk around the courthouse plaza and learn about all different varieties of monuments and history of Prescott. People can start the history trail right here in the Visitor Center for the Prescott Chamber of Commerce. They can get a map, an interactive map. They can do as much or as little of the sites as they want. It could be an hour and a half, it could be 2 to 3, 4 hours. It will incorporate the museums, it will incorporate some of the historical sites a little farther out of town, but people can really explore as much or as little as they want.
One of the unique characteristics of the Heritage Trail is the hunt for history, the Prescott Hunt for History. It's really more focused for children. It's to give them something interesting to do while their parents are here looking at some of our historic or heritage resources. They'll come to the visitor center, they'll get a map and some clues, and they'll have to go find the bronze statues throughout the downtown area. This is a way to inspire kids to learn about their own Arizona history. Obviously, a lot of the folks that come up here are from Arizona, and we have such a unique Arizona-specific history. This will give them new elements to learn about things that have gone on here in Prescott. There's also a scholarship associated with the Hunt for History. When the children finish the scavenger hunt, they'll be able to come here to the Visitor Center, get stamped off on it, put their name in for a raffle that will be given on a quarterly basis for scholarships for additional learning opportunities for them.
History is very important to the town of Prescott because of basically where we came from. We started as a gold mining town many years ago, I think in the 1830s, and again became a territorial capital in 1864. We also have the county seat, which has been in place since the late 1880s. So Prescott's heritage and history really interweaves with our place in Yavapai County and with the state of Arizona. We invite you to come to Prescott to explore the Prescott Heritage Trail and History Hunt. You can explore Prescott's heritage and Arizona's heritage and have a great experience, enjoy our beautiful city and see our historical sites and interact with our trail network. It's fun for the whole family.
It's Prescott's heritage.
It's Western heritage. It's Native heritage.
It's Arizona's heritage.
It's our heritage!
If you like your history with a side of good times, there's no better place to drink it all in than on Prescott's famous Whiskey Row, where an assortment of colorfully named saloons and dance halls keep visitors and locals entertained with good drink, good food, and good times.
Whiskey Row is the 100 block of South Montezuma Street. So from Gurley to Goodwin, it actually at one point hosted over 40 saloons. It's just a fun atmosphere. The music, we take great pride in our live music that we have. We have bands that come from all over Arizona that are playing new country, old country. And we like to think of Matt's as kind of everyone's bar. You know, anyone can come here and fit in and feel good and have fun.
Located just a few steps from Whiskey Row is another historic gem, the Grand Highland Hotel, providing unique accommodations to guests and one-of-a-kind party spaces for families and friends looking to create a little history of their own.
Hi, I'm Nancy Hinson. I'm the co-owner of the Grand Highland Hotel. The Grand Highland Hotel has 12 rooms, all individually decorated according to a time period or something about Prescott, Arizona. We have clawfoot tubs in every room. We have fine linens. And we do offer continental breakfast. It's an upgraded continental breakfast.
I'm Howard Hinson. I'm a co-owner of the Grand Highland Hotel and the Holiday Courtyard. Early 1950s, my father moved our family here. He opened a retail business on the ground floor. We've kept all of the hallway doors intact with the original woodwork and decorations.
In the Holiday Courtyard, we offer that as an open outdoor space for people to rent to get married or to for weddings, parties, private parties. We have the exclusive wedding package, and in that includes the entire hotel and the holiday courtyard for the weekend. And so the entire venue is theirs to do whatever they want with. They have from their rehearsal dinner all the way to Sunday brunch.
My name is Ray Rivera. I'm the general manager at the Grand Highland Hotel here in Prescott, Arizona. What the Grand Highland offers that is different is not only the small town feel. You're walking distance from great stores, from shopping to dining to enjoying the Whiskey Row. We offer uniqueness. We offer a high-end product in the heart of the town.
I would say that it's a real piece of Prescott history which has been refurbished to modern comfort expected from a hotel accommodation.
It's easy to imagine Doc Holliday or Big Nose Kate walking down these halls. It just really gives you that kind of old historic feel.
Prescott's a town that definitely celebrates its history. That's in part due to Charlotte Hall. We'll get to know Charlotte and the museum she founded when Arizona Explorer returns. Welcome back to Arizona Explorer Prescott Edition. I'm J.R. Cardenas. As a child, along with her family back in 1882, Charlotte Hall moved from Kansas to the Arizona Territory. It was her love of literature that propelled the young woman into a career as a journalist and a poet. And her personal collection of memorabilia eventually grew into a museum that today bears her name.
My name's Fred Vale. I'm the executive director of the Charlotte Hall Museum. Our role is to present the history and the social and cultural and natural aspects of Arizona with a particular emphasis on the Central Highlands.
The museum has expanded from its beginnings in the Governor's Mansion to a nearly 4-acre, beautifully landscaped campus encompassing 10 exhibit buildings, 5 of which are historic structures. One thing that people come to understand as they visit the museum campus is that we are not just a museum, we are an historic site. Take, for example, the Governor's Mansion. This is the site where the first territorial governor signed into law the statutes that would establish the foundation for the governance of the newly established Arizona Territory.
I'm Mick Woodcock, Chief Curator at Charlotte Hall Museum here in Prescott, Arizona. Well, here at the museum we have just a number of different kinds of exhibits. We've got prehistory exhibits which feature fossils, prehistoric animals. It does feature a mastodon skull that was dug up south of Prescott. Our festival season will start with the first week in June, and it's our folk arts fair, and it's geared towards children and family. Then we have Prescott Indian Art Market, second weekend in July, and those folks are interested in Indian art, everything from jewelry to paintings, sculpture. AAA designated us as the crown jewel of northern Arizona.
Now, before Charlotte's time, there were others that called this area home. You can learn a lot about their cultures through an extensive collection of artifacts, as well as contemporary exhibits right here at the Smoke Eye Museum.
The mission of the Smoke Eye Museum is to instill understanding and respect for the indigenous cultures of the Southwest. We accomplish that through our special exhibits, our permanent exhibits, our classes, our lectures, our outreach to our community, and the events that we hold on our campus annually. When you arrive at the Smoke Eye Museum, you're going to find very interesting architecture in front of you. It was built to resemble a Hopi Pueblo structure in 1935. The rock, the timber was all harvested from the Prescott National Forest, and the labor was provided by the WPA and the CCW. It's one of the really interesting WPA projects here in Prescott. Also at the Smoke Eye Museum, you'll find that we have an amazing gift shop called our Trading Post. 100% of the items in our Trading Post are native made. When you walk away from our museum, we hope that you will learn something about almost every culture here in the Southwest, what they did, how they lived, and perhaps even how they still live. You will also learn an interesting slice of Prescott's own history. If you'd like to know more about the Smoke Eye Museum, please visit our website at www.smokeeyemuseum.org. There you'll find a variety of articles regarding our history, the events that we hold, times, and prices to enter the museum. You can also be sure and follow us on Facebook. We post regularly, and there you'll find all kinds of interesting photos, activities, and fun things to do.
The Charlotte Hall and Smoke Eye Museums have taken us back in time. We'll return to the present day and check out some beautiful artwork when Arizona explorer Prescott returns.
When you're in Prescott, be sure to get your Culture Pass and enjoy 3 great museums for one low price. Have an Arizona history adventure at the Charlotte Hall Museum. Discover the art and heritage of the American West at the Phippen Museum. Then learn about the indigenous cultures of the Southwest at the Smoke Eye Museum. Your Culture Pass is available at all 3 museums, so pick yours up today and save on your next great Prescott adventure.
Welcome to the Prescott edition of Arizona Explorer. The rich history and natural beauty that draws visitors also works as a source of inspiration for many artists.
One such artist was George Phippen, and a visit to the Phippen Gallery reveals the depth of his love of the West and admiration for the men who rode tall in the saddle.
Hi, my name is Kim Villapando. I'm the Executive Director here at the Phippen Art Museum. The Phippen features art and heritage of the American West, so we do about 6 to 8 changing exhibits each year, and we have about 4 permanent exhibits that we offer. The museum's namesake is George Phippen, who is a painter and sculptor of themes of the American West.
Yeah, George Phippen was my inspiration. I was a young man dating my wife, my bride-to-be, and my parents invited us to go downtown to a local bank. George Phippen was having a one-man art show. And it's the first time I saw real art, first time. Everything else had been prints and photos and books. And I was absolutely mesmerized. I especially was drawn towards the bronze sculpting, which is what I have been doing for the past 40-some years. The cowboy art always tells a story. There's always a story involved of something going on in action, and it depicts humans and animal figures and characters of the West.
Hi, I'm Lynette Tritel. I'm the curator here at the Phippen Museum. First-time visitor, I think, really has a nice view of what art of the West is. We have a nice selection of traditional. We go all the way through some contemporary, but they get to see what the West through the eyes of the artist.
We have a beautiful location. We're located in the Granite Dells in Prescott. And I think they're just really impressed that we have so many different exhibits that we have to offer.
To this day, Prescott continues to inspire the imaginations of many artists, and you can see their colorful artwork at dozens of galleries.
The Yavapai College Prescott Art Gallery features emerging and nationally recognized artists. Curated exhibitions provide an opportunity to see works in a variety of media. The gallery is located within a performing arts center on the beautiful Yavapai College campus in Prescott, just minutes from downtown and steps away from the Richard Markison Sculpture Gallery. This attractive gallery space is visited by students, community members, and music and theater lovers. And once you've discovered this gem, you'll be sure to return. Showcasing art by Prescott area artists, the Tiz Art Center and Gallery is located across from Courthouse Plaza, and features affordable fine art displayed in museum-style fashion. A charming parlor area with a comfortable settee awaits visitors near the rear of the gallery. Here, you'll find some of the most beautiful handcrafted jewelry and wearable art in Arizona. The Art Center also offers a third floor, banquet hall for weddings, receptions, and parties. And rental fees support the organization's community services. And finally, don't miss the Mountain Artists Guild. You'll find the work of many hands on display at the gallery space operated by the Mountain Artists Guild. For 68 years, the Guild has been dedicated to the education and support of emerging artists, hosting festivals on the square, workshops, gallery exhibitions, youth programs, and open studio tours. In the gallery, you'll find the paintings in all media, as well as jewelry, ceramic, wood, and glass. Each month, the Featured Artist Wall highlights established artists or groups of artists, such as those in the Prescott Area Artist Studio Tour or Plein Air Artists of Arizona.
Clearly, Prescott ain't no culture gulch.
To learn more about all the arts, including music, dance, and theater productions, be sure to check out visit-prescott.com.
When you visit Prescott, you simply cannot miss the opportunity to spend some time in the outdoors. The scenery here is spectacular, and the Circle Trail system lets you feel that cool breeze on your face. It's awesome, especially after those hot summers in Phoenix.
My name's Chris Hosking. I'm the Trails and Natural Parklands Coordinator for the City of Prescott. Well, the Circle Trail has been a dream for many years. It's from the early 90s is when it the first concept came around. The Circle Trail is 54 miles long. It really goes past all our landmarks in Prescott. So it links, Thumb Butte to Granite Mountain, to Watson and Willow Lakes, and to Badger Mountain, where the P is, in Prescott, and then up to Goldwater Lake, and then back around to Thumb Butte. The Circle Trail is a non-motorized trail, so it's open to hiking, running, mountain biking, and horseback riding. Some of it's, a little bit more challenging than flat trails, but overall it's relatively an intermediate trail. There's not too much technical trails. We try and make it as fun as possible, but not make it too difficult. For people who are interested, there's camping spots all the way around. There's 4 campsites around that you can access. Well, it's a great place to come and relax. It's not as hot as down in Phoenix. We're about 20 degrees cooler in the summer. And when you go out there and you see people having fun and families, going out on a weekend and having fun on the trail and getting, back into nature, that's fulfilling.
And so, the Circle Trail has brought our visit to America's hometown full circle. Why don't you plan your visit today?
Prescott is one colorful destination. The history, the art, the people, and of course, during the fall, the beautiful autumn leaves. Find all the information you need to plan your Prescott getaway at visit-prescott.com.
I'm J.R. Cardenas. We'll see you next time on Arizona Explore.